London. Postcode N168AZ. Date 28 July 2024. Tickets are available on eventbrite.com. For partnership and sponsorship, please visit superiorradioandtelevision.com. Email info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or call +440745951361 or +442036328755. Come and experience the nation's culture that resides in the heart and in the soul of its people.
Different cultures, different language, different ethnicity, different accents as well. But we are all Nigerians, regardless of the differences, and that should unite us as a people rather than break us. We are on the Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Srtv, reaching you live from Srtv studio here in Abuja, the Federal Territory. It's beautiful Wednesday morning, and we come here as usual to do this again. And on the Wake Up Show, we discuss about the major happenings in the country and the things bothering on the people. Looks as if we always come here to talk about one problem or the other, but that's really not what we actually want. But it's just that the problem keep on repeating itself. It's really not stopping. The other day we were complaining about the hike in the price of fuel, and yesterday you can see the queue. Even this morning, the queue is much as well. An increase in the price of fuel as well, affecting also the transporters and also those going to work, because the increase in the price of fuel is something else. And every day we've been coming here to complain about food stuff as well, the increase in the price of food stuff. At the end of the day, we feel like sometimes we should come here and talk about other things, other positivity, but it looks as if Nigeria is far from positive news. It's really hurtful, it's really sad. Most times I wish I can come here and talk about something different. Looking at the dailies, the headlines also is really heartbreaking. From one crime rate to the other, from one insecurity to the other. And you see people doing a lot of things they're not supposed to do. For the fact that there's a high level of insecurity, there is no way you expect a reduction in the price of food as well, because people can't go to the farm. Everybody's scared of being killed. Everybody is scared of losing their lives. Everyone is scared of being robbed. One chance is another problem we have. It's really sad that our beautiful country, Nigeria, with different tribes, with different ethnicity, with different accents, is going through this. Some people tell you that we are just passing through stages. But how long are we going to continue with this hard stages? Because I call it a very difficult stage. Well, on this show today, on this Wake Up Nigeria, I have a whole lot of guests that we're bringing on the show. They'll be coming here to air their view as regards present problem in the country, because what we are facing in Nigeria right now is a problem. Let's talk about the inflation. Let's talk about the hike in the price of food. How can we be producing rather than importing goods? Because for the fact that we keep on importing goods is making things difficult right now. Instead of producing, we aren't producing. Our leaders aren't thinking of how they can do things to better the situation of the country. Even people that actually own business in Nigeria are actually leaving. At this point, they are leaving. But shortly, let me add my guests to the show. Let me add them and let's see what they have to say. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Emeka. Bishop. Okay, Bishop. Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm blessed. And how are you?
I'm fine. Can you speak up? Your voice is down.
Okay, I'm in a very noisy place. I'm actually at work, so I'm using a headset. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm using a mouthpiece.
Okay,
Am I audible now?
How you doing? Fine. How you doing this morning?
I'm blessed. And how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good morning, everybody in the studio, and good morning to everybody listening.
Yeah, let me try and add other people as well. Bishop, well, first of all, tell us where are you speaking from?
Okay, I'm talking to you from Aba.
Aba, wow.
Yes, Aba.
I'll come back to Aba. Just so that let me add another person. Good
No
morning, Mr.
problem.
Martins. Good morning. Can you hear me? Mr. Martins, good morning. Check your mic.
Yeah, yeah. Good morning, everyone out there.
Good morning.
Can you, can you hear me? It's raining seriously here right now in Lagos.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm okay.
Okay, Lagos. Lagos.
Lagos is wet. Lagos
Lagos
is
and
actually
fishes.
raining. Yes.
Wow.
Wow, wow, wow. This is serious.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, let me add Mr. Sunset. I think he's ready as well. Let me see. Mr. Sunset, good morning. Oh, he's still trying to set up. Okay. Okay, let me add him back. I think he's back. Mr. Sunset, good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning.
everybody.
How are you
Can you
doing
hear me? Good
today?
morning, everybody. I'm okay. I'm fine. How is the day
Good
going?
morning.
Fine, fine. Okay, Mr. Sosa is in Abuja. I don't need to ask him. He's Abuja based. So we have
Yes.
weather in Abuja. Okay, we have Emeka connecting with us from Abia State. And also Mr. Martins all the way from Lagos. Thank you guys for joining the show this morning. Okay, the topic I want to actually raise right now is this high cost of food. It's really increasing the crime rate in the country, right? Is increasing the crime rate in the country, and it's really not funny. Some people will tell you that it's because people are not going to the farm. So first of all, I want to throw this question to you, Mr. Emeka. You're in Abia State, the eastern region, right? The eastern region. So
Yes, I mean, yes.
okay, now do you really think the reason why food is expensive? Do you really think it's because people are not farming?
Sorry, it's like somebody is playing something in the background. I can barely hear you.
Yeah.
Okay,
It has stopped.
okay, okay.
Can you repeat your question again, please?
Okay, I said I want to ask you this question. Do you really think the reason why food is on a high price right now, on a high side, do you think it's because people are not going to the farm?
Uh, I would say it's partly because people are not going to the farm because my mom is partially retired, I would say. So she has a farm, and currently she doesn't go to the farm as much as she used to go because of security. It's not safe for her again in the farm. She no longer goes to the farm early in the mornings, and she no longer goes to the farm in the evening. She only goes in the afternoon. So that's just my mom, and she's a peasant farmer. She doesn't do it commercially. How much more those that are doing it on a larger scale? So I would say yes, insecurity is actually one of the reasons why cost of foodstuff in Nigeria, especially in Abia State now, it's not funny at all. A cup of rice goes for 500 I think, or more. Some people even sell as much as
Wow.
600. It's not funny at all. But anyway, survive. It's fine. The other day I went to buy tomato, small tomato, said 500. I left fresh tomato, just three seed, three, one, two, three, 500. I mean, no, it's not nice.
I can imagine how Abia
Anyway,
State is going to be right now. Abia State is close to Port Harcourt, as we all know. And if
yes,
we that are Abuja residents, we are not smiling, like as regards even the tomato and the pepper, it's everywhere. You know, formally they'll tell you that the
wow.
north food is cheaper in the north, and it's quite better when it comes to it's quite worse when it comes to those in Lagos and Port Harcourt. But it's really disheartening right now because the present situation in the country is like everywhere. Now, there is this picture where our government they are distributing grains to Abuja residents. I think in Apo area, and
Wow.
you can see the crowd that actually went there to receive this these grains that they were distributing. I felt so bad that we are now in a country whereby the hunger is looming, the hunger is alarming. You see both young and elderly people going out to look for what to eat. Even those that actually ended up begging right now, people that are not supposed to beg, at this point they are begging. But I know that actually they actually did well trying to share this. But do you know that I don't see this thing as anything good, like them doing anything good to our people. That brings to the question I want to ask Mr. Sunset. Do you really think that sharing food to Nigerians at points will bring solution to our problems, or trying to create some level of establishment in the country? Because how long will you keep sharing food? If we can be sincere with ourselves, this thing they are sharing right now cannot get to everybody. How many people will be able to partake in this? How many people will be able to partake in this? You can see the crowd there. I'm sure that not everybody that actually went to that place will go home with even these grains they want to share. Forget about this bag you are seeing. They're not sharing one bag for each person. Remember, they might actually open it and maybe bring out some, maybe like a paint or two paints, and give to one family. So how is this in any way bettering the situation in the country? Mr. Sanchez, that's your view on it.
Okay, just like we all know, sharing of food to the citizens or to the people to help them, maybe you want to say to ease the economy, is not doing anything good. It's just like inviting more poverty to ourselves. First, what are you sharing and how much would that take them and how long that will also serve? You understand? Just like telling them not to go to farm again, that they should depend on the government to wait for them to give them the food. And at the end of the day, they will share one bag for 7 or 10 people. You see, nobody's going home with anything good. So for me, it's not helping the economy. Rather, it's just bringing an insult to us, the citizen. So the best thing we should do is to of ice ourselves from the government and do what we can do at the moment to help ourselves. Because waiting for them now is just like putting all your eggs in one basket, and every day, nothing to write home about. That's just it.
At the end of the day, you said we should do what we can do. Now, Mr. Sanchez, let me throw this question to you. What can an average Nigeria do right now? Because even for those that are working, it's not even easy. As regards the transportation and everything, it looks like maybe you're working for transportation, or working just to get something you it's just to survive. Is that difficult? So at this situation, what do you think average Nigeria can actually do to even survive?
Okay. The best thing I would say as an average citizen of this country, we cannot depend on the government and we can't depend on salary. Because at the end of the day, just as you have said, you end up putting all the money on transport, nothing to bring back home. So I think at this junction, we just have to use our initiative to be creative in doing anything we need to do, but let it be genuine. That is what I can say. It will help us. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Martins, what do you think
Yes.
average Nigerian can do to survive right now as regards this hardship? Because this is hardship and it's serious. So annoying right now. What do you think average Nigerian can do at this point?
Yeah, actually, the situation is not, everybody is really passing through this hardship. Everybody, irrespective of your status, irrespective of your ethnicity, irrespective of wherever you are coming from, everybody is actually passing through this hardship. And like my other colleagues have said, we just not need to depend on government alone. We just need to find other ways, other things. How do I mean other things? You just need to be self-dependent, self-dependency, and try to think or try to create your own wealth. We have a lot of resources in this country. We have a lot of a lot of things which we can do to earn, which we can do to help us out of this situation. One among them is farming. Like we said, when you look at the situation right now, due to insecurity in the country, a lot of people, they've stopped going to farm due to insecurity. And government is not doing anything about it. They are not doing enough. You understand? Then two, the youth needs to be encouraged to start to be creative. Creative, you can When you go, when there was a time I travel out, when you go within a little community, you see where they gather some youth, begin to teach them how to create all these small solar panel, solar panel electricity, how to make them, all those things. So we need to start using our initiative, thinking of how to create. We can create wealth. We can create it. We can put one or two things together and put it out for sale. So we don't need to depend on government alone. We don't need to depend. When you depend on government, man, the situation will not help. Government, they are all trying their best, but there's no way they can solve all the problems we have in this country. That is just it. But at the long run, we just have to also, we need to blame the government because they are not doing enough. They are not doing enough. So individually, we need to be mobilized. We need to be dependent. Dependent. We don't need to put all our hope and trust on government. We need to start going back to farm.
Mr. Martins,
In your
sorry to cut you.
yes,
Sorry to cut you. You cannot say that, Mr. Martins. Sorry to cut you. You said we cannot depend on government
alone.
First of all, nobody is
Yes.
depending on government.
Most people are
Can you
depending
hear
on
me?
government.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm with you. Yes.
First of all, nobody is depending on government, right? But you know that at the end of the day, they are making things so difficult for us. In fact, they are making the country terrible. Because
You
even
mean
if you
the
said
government?
you can do something on your own,
Yes.
yes, I mean the government. I'm trying to get to the
Okay.
point right now. Even if you say you should not depend on government, you can actually do something on your own to survive. I can understand that. I am not
Yeah.
disputing that fact right now. But the truth is, you see, like in a country like UK, in a country like US, you are paying tax, right? And you actually
Mm.
see the essence of the tax that you are paying. For example,
Yes,
you
of
pay light
course.
bill in Nigeria. Most times, you really cannot point out to why you are
Ye-
paying light bill in the country
Yes.
because of you won't even see the light you are paying for. Even the shop owners, you know the way they tax these people, the way they come for revenues for them to pay huge amounts of money. You understand?
Mm.
But when
Yeah.
you look at the situation of the country, Mr. Martins, where do you think they are taking all this money to? Where do you think
Well,
there was a time we saw in news where the governors, the money they spent on just refreshments, how many billions of naira? But these same people cannot actually pay the least minimum wage, and they said the only thing they can afford. In this kind of present Nigeria, is where they are talking about changing the private jets for the president. We are borrowing. We are borrowing. We are not even talking of how to establish ourselves. Because why I'm saying this is, I think you're trying to say we cannot actually blame the government. So let me ask you, what do you think the government is doing right now? Because if you ask me, all the sectors, they are not working, apart from the entertainment and the fashion. I cannot really point out to any of the sector that is working. But in fact, the political sector is a mess. So why do you think the government, what do you think they have been doing so far to better Nigeria, if I may ask?
To run this government administrative system is not easy. There's no way government, when you say government, the government, let me say the president or the governor, for example, there's no way the governor can be everywhere. So along the line in the system, yes, there are so many bad eggs, bad government officials, and they are the reason. They are the ones that are just creating all. Government have good intention. Any government have good intention, but the people there, the people in the system that are supposed to be the administrators, are just the issue. Are just the issue. You understand? So, like you rightly said, yes. Okay, let's take the aviation industry for example. Government have good plan for the aviation industry, renovation and trying to overhaul a lot of things there. But the people there, the officials, are the one, corruption everywhere.
Are you serious? Mr. Emeka,
Yes,
please, what
Mr.
can you say about
Martins,
this situation?
yes,
Because I
I'm
don't
with
understand,
you.
Mr.
Mr.
Martins,
Martins.
please.
Are we in this Nigeria together or you're in Cameroon? Let me understand.
Sorry, please, can I
No,
ask Mr.
it's
Martins
not
a
like maybe
question?
I'm the only one
Okay,
complaining.
you
Please,
can,
so
you
you
can, you
Because
tell
at
can,
me.
this
you
junction,
can.
I don't
Are we in
understand
this
what he's
Nigeria
trying
together?
to
The
do.
government are doing what?
Okay.
The
Hello?
same government that one person thing we'll be moving with up to 10, 15 security.
When
And if citizens are
by
suffering,
the
they cannot
time,
sleep
okay,
well.
the situation right now is, if you don't seems to feel the impact of government, when government shuts down, you begin to feel the impacts.
Are you serious? Mr. Leonard, please,
Yes,
before I continue, can I
yes.
hear from you? Can I hear
well,
from
Okay.
let me hear from
For
Mr.
now,
Martin, let
we
me
s-
hear from Mr. Emeka. Let me hear from Mr. Emeka.
okay.
Please, can you just say something?
uh, wow, I am really enjoying this conversation. Mr. Martins, your point of view is lovely.
Are
I
you
love. I
serious?
mean,
It's not lovely.
it's
Mr.
awesome.
Emeka is
But
sad.
then, no, he has a point. There are lots of there's sense in what he's saying. If the government should be taken away from the picture, you see there will be total breakdown of law and order. It will lead to
Breakdown. That is
anarchy.
just it.
So
Yes,
the
my brother.
government
That
has
is just what I'm
the
saying.
government has its place. But if you see, we as young men in this country, I think it's high time, young men and women actually, I mean the youths now, it's high
Yeah.
time we begin to understand that it's time for us to depend on ourselves.
On ourselves, yeah,
Let
good.
yes, let the government do what they are doing over there, no problems. But
Uh,
then at the end of the day, it boils down to what we can do for ourselves. Let them. As for me, I think
Okay,
I'm done with
sorry
them.
to
Let
cut you,
them
Mr.
just do
Emeka.
their thing.
You
Every
said
four
we
years,
should
I'll
start
go and vote.
depending on ourselves. You are in a country whereby you cannot boast of the security of the country. So should we start guiding ourselves? We should all buy knife and gun and keep in our houses. Is that what you're trying to say? Because the security in the country is a mess. It's a mess like right now.
My
So I want to
sister,
understand.
eh? My sister, that one is beyond you. If
Okay. Okay.
if I
Now
have the
just hold
means,
on.
I'll hire. I'll
Let me ask
actually
you
go
just
for
one
personal
question.
security. But I
Just one
don't for
sec.
now.
You are
So
in Abuja with me. You are in Abuja with me. Can you really attest to
Yes.
security level in Abuja? Both the whole one chance and everything. Can you say Abuja is secure right now? Despite being the federal capital territory.
Okay, before I answer that question, I just want to throw this to Mr. Martins
Okay.
first.
okay.
I don't know if he has any political appointment that is making him to throw those kind of things he's saying.
No,
Although
he's
I
No,
think
obviously a
we are in
PC member.
Nigeria.
He's obviously a PC member.
no.
Okay.
Mr. America is trying to paint this
No,
program
not
there.
at all. Not at all. Not at all. I'm just
Really?
trying to say my mind. Yes, of course.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, at first I was expecting us to get to a point where we need to understand that it's high time we take this bull by the horn. We have been waiting for too long, and the waiting is taking longer than it should. So the best thing I was expecting of us now is to be putting heads together to see what we can do in bringing this government back to stand. At least if we have a young president, there is nothing bad there, young governor, young senate, it will not be a bad idea. You understand? So we have been brainwashed by this mentality that tomorrow is for the young. We are the leaders of tomorrow. So we keep waiting for that tomorrow, and that tomorrow is coming close. And up to now, we haven't seen anyone first.
At
So I
all.
cannot attest to anything like it's going to be good. The best thing I would say is we will just get used to it and continue in that suffering if we do not do
The problem
anything. So we
is,
just keep getting used to
Mr. Sunset,
those
I'm scared
lifestyles.
of. There are things we cannot get used to. There are things we cannot get used to. I know what I'm saying.
Yes,
Because if for example you go to the market today to get rice and tomorrow you see that it increases, next tomorrow it increases. You get maybe the money you're supposed to use to buy
yes.
like maybe 2 pint of rice. I used to buy 1 pint of rice. Let's talk about people that has families,
It will keep
people that has
increasing until
kids,
we are tired
that
and
work.
so enough is
The
enough.
school because of the level of how things are increasing, even the school fees also adding to it. And you're telling me
Yes,
that the
now.
country can be better. Yeah, but we're complaining about how they increase the price of oil and it's increasing. So tell me what is
I
getting
don't just
better.
I don't
I'm
I
so
don't just
surprised.
get the point of what Martins is saying now.
And now
But
because
then
somebody are in
again,
the east. How is it
What
getting better? Whereby are you not practicing the sit at home on Monday?
why is
Is that the kind of
the
country you want
why
to
is
stay? Let me know.
why is everybody facing matters? We still sit at home on
no
Mondays,
no.
but then
I just said my mind. I'm not a
yes, now
politician. I don't belong to any
just like
political
what
party. But what I'm trying to say, yeah, the situation is horrible for everybody. It's horrible. Everybody is passing through it.
Mr. Martin, just like what
But
our senators say, Kenneth, he
okay,
said the anarchy looms. They will keep looming on us until we are tired to wake up. That's just the best thing. So
Wow.
for the security
Really?
of from the FCT, from the part of FCT, ah, for me, I don't know if you will have any convoy or security people assigned to you, but from us here, only God will help us because we keep recording one chance, 419 every day, there and there. So although I believe in the future that is going to be good. So let's just keep
That's what I'm
hoping.
saying. I'm
But
a
for
big
now,
preacher of let's be positive about the country. But at the end of the day, when I think about the electoral process, I feel heartbroken. Because even if we say let's endure this hardship until the next election, we are not in a country whereby people think about how to vote somebody because they merit it, how to vote somebody because they are competent enough to be in that position. We are in a country whereby people now start thinking about the religion, start thinking about the tribe. Are we going to continue being in this kind of cage to think about religion and tribe other than thinking about people that will stay here and better the country? And
Master,
sometimes, because of what they get during the election, that they know that this thing cannot sustain them for even up to a month, they sell their conscience to do the wrong thing. At the end of the day, with the youths, it's not about what people come to social media. Everybody has cheap data now. You come online to rant and everything. We are not even doing anything as regards the present situation in the country. Last time I brought somebody on the show, a male, a youth, and he was talking about how the youths don't even have interest in farming. And do you know the question he asked me, your guy maker, and Ramatis and someone said, you know the question he asked me, Mary, if I am a farmer today and I
no,
come to you for marriage, will you accept? Will you agree to marry me as a farmer? You
Mm,
understand? Now, as a
that's a
young
good
boy
question.
that is a farmer, we tend to look down on them. As a young girl that is a farmer, we see them and see they are not fit to be in our class. And at the end of the day, people have neglected farming. But I threw this question to him as well. I asked him, is it about being a young person farming or for the fact that people cannot go to the farm? Have you seen the fact that people cannot even go to the farm because of some level of insecurity? Even in Niger State, they come up with some stories that I really don't understand. Like, it's really funny. They tell you that they place a particular ransom if people will farm in this
Yes,
particular
of
area,
course.
that
It's
this is the
free.
amount.
Yes, of course.
So
It's not
does
just
it
a
mean
story.
that
It's
we're
reality.
actually now leaving our place for the bandit to take over? You pay this amount. So who did they call? Which number did they call? Who did they reach out to? And which account are they paying the money to for them to be able to farm? And you're telling me that the government are trying. So is the security in the country working? Do you think the security is
Truth
working?
is, truth
Where
is
people pay to
security
farm
is
and
a
the people
sector
can be
that security is not
Security.
working. In Nigeria, I don't believe there is a sector that is functioning the way it should be functioning.
Perfectly.
But then we can't just say, how do I put it now? We can't just write the security sector off. Truth is,
No.
if we take them out
You
altogether,
will not
we
see the
can't even say no.
consequence.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
But then,
okay,
let's tell
okay. Let
ourselves
me
the
let me
truth.
let me give
At
you
the
a
end of the day,
story.
it boils
Let
down
me give you a
to
story of
They
what
okay.
just
happened
they just
yesterday.
need to.
Let me
Hello?
give you a story of what happened
Yeah,
yesterday, so
well,
you will know that this country is funny. Yesterday I was coming to work and the vehicle I entered, they actually beat the traffic. So you see this police like on hillocks, men and women, like they're up to I think like 5 or 6 on that hillocks. Like if you're in that vehicle, you think that maybe they're going to arrest all of us. Like we're in a big mess right now, and we're telling the man that you're not supposed to beat the traffic. Like why are you rushing? Just wait. And the next thing they just came to the car, instead of harassing the driver, calm down, calm down. Like let me not lie. Like I'm always fragile. Like I was so scared at that point. I thought, we've entered this morning. How are we going to cope? Without the fear and everything, the next thing they were threatening to remove his plate number. And the man was
oh,
begging. They said they are not going to listen to him. She followed them to the office and everything. Me, I was even scared. The next thing I saw the man walking down to their in-laws and they started talking. And the next thing I saw was the man started coming back. Like he said, "Let's go." I said, "Go how?" I thought they want to
Hmm.
arrest you. He said they are giving them
That
900 naira. Do you know?
that is
Do you know
corruption.
I'm angry? 900 naira for
even
up to
that thing
six
I used
or
to.
seven police, men and
Hmm.
women. Then our Nigerian police, they are cheap. They are cheap. So tomorrow he's still going to beat the traffic. He's still going to
Yeah.
disobey because he knows that with 900, 800, 700 naira, you can free him. And we kept moving. We kept
Truth
on going.
sorry,
So what are you telling me?
let me
Is
chip
it
in.
because they're
You
not
see,
paying them? What is 900 naira going to do for you?
in the
900 naira.
southeast, there's something that is gradually coming up. When people get tired of a particular thing that uniform people do in the southeast now, like that's why we still observe sit at home on Mondays. When people get tired, they tend to gang up and fight back. And after they fight back, it drops a little, and then they continue again. It's just like we keep going back and forth. I won't lie. If not for your story, I actually thought all this hundred naira that police people collect is only happening here in Abia State. I didn't know it's still happening in Abuja sef. Wow, that means we're not safe.
Okay, okay. Let me say something there. Sorry for cutting you
Go ahead.
people short.
Okay.
Like the story you just said now, that particular, you know, someone that beat the traffic lights. I think government have they have a penalty. They have a penalty there. The government send them. There is something they're supposed to do, right? When you beat a traffic, when a car beat a traffic, you suppose the driver need to be arrested, take them to the station, something like that, and and handle the issue. But the people they put in the people in the system, because of corruption. So collecting 900, will that person deliver that 900 naira collected as a bribe to the government? No. So
You know
the
what he said?
system, government,
Mr.
uh,
Martins, he said because that he knows that what they wanted is money. That when he gives them money, they will free him.
they
And at the
will
end of the
free
day,
him.
even as we're standing
But
there,
No,
that is
but
we're
not
seeing
that is not what government asks them to do there. You suppose that man need to be arrested and taken to the station, or take the man to the office and penalize him duly. That is the proper thing to do, right?
but then what is if we not
But
look
being
at
at
it
the
from
government, corruption is you have most of all the problem we're having in this country is in fact is corruption based.
that's just
Now,
I love
now,
that.
now, when you talk about fuel scarcity in Lagos, right? Yesterday, I bought fuel 760 naira per liter. Last 2 weeks, last week I bought 650. So,
Whoa.
yes, yesterday 7 something. So why is the
okay,
price
it's
going
already
up?
800 now.
Okay,
But
why is
our
the
usual
price?
price
Why?
is 750, 730. That's how we've been buying for a while now.
Okay, the thing dropped in Lagos about 2 weeks back, a week back, it dropped. I bought
Can you imagine?
650, I bought
Tell us.
630. Yesterday, I bought 760. So is government aware? The main government, when you talk of government, the government
The
has
main
sent them.
government, I love that.
Yeah, are they aware of this?
No.
No, they're not aware. It's the marketers, the oil dealers. They inflate it. They do
800
whatever
and
they do.
Mr. Martins, the 800 I'm even
Huh?
talking about is for the 800 I'm talking about is for the fuel station. The black market,
Mm,
they're selling for 1 2.
you see, you see. So everything is boiled down to the corruption. If government can be able to tackle this demon called corruption, we will have a better Nigeria. We'll have a better system flowing. Everybody just, everybody is just looking for his or her own pocket in any sector, department, wherever you find yourself. If you are a teacher, invigilator in school, just imagine this last exam they did. I know one teacher. They keep, even my daughter, she's part of the candidate that sat for the examination. Every day she keep collecting money. They collect 1,000 for examination, so that the
Hunger.
invigilator will just throw his or her face the other way, and the student will be doing whatever they want. So corruption everywhere. That is just it. That is just what me and you is passing through. Corruption. If the
That's why
police
most
can
time
do their work,
when I hear that,
if the
okay,
security
when I hear
agent
about
can do their work,
when I hear about the ASU, the NASU, and all of them, when they are talking about they want to go on strike, government is not doing the needful as regards
mm,
their payments and everything in the educational sector, and I ask myself, what do you really think these lecturers are doing? Because to my best of knowledge, apart from the private schools whereby they have a body that can checkmate them to make sure that they're actually lecturing, they are not harassing their female students, To me, the federal school is just a mess because this is where some lecturers will come and tell you, if you don't do this, you will not pass. Some people
Yes,
even tell
of
you, if you don't
course.
buy their textbook, you will not. No matter how intelligent you are, if you don't
If
buy
you
that
don't buy
textbook,
their
you will not pass.
textbook, yes, of course.
Yes,
I keep buying textbook for my daughter in school in UNN.
they don't care whether she's
You know,
intelligent or not.
yeah,
So is that bad? So let me even understand. What are these lecturers doing? Even the VC of all these federal schools, what have they been doing? What have they really put in place to even better the educational sector? It's not all about going for strike and all of that. Them their own self about this sexual assault. Do you know that is on the high side in schools? Am I lying? The sexual assault is it not on the high side in schools, especially these federal schools?
It is Nigeria. It's appalling the situation we find ourselves. It's really heartbreaking. But then it's reality for us. Personally, I don't like stressing myself about what is going wrong in the country because the more you do that, you tend to easily become hypertensive. It's really not good. You check up if you look at what's happening in universities now. I mean, God have mercy. God just have mercy on all of us. It's not funny at all. It's not as though the private schools are excluded. They are not. I attended a private school. I knew some of the things I saw. I knew some of the things I had to do. But then it's less compared to public. I think it all boils down to what Mr. Martin said, corruption. Corruption is the main thing. It's really what is killing us all in this country. If I'm not corrupt and you're not
That's
corrupt,
true.
then we don't have a corrupt society. But if I'm corrupt, you are not corrupt, then there's a problem. So
yeah.
I think we should all focus on working on our own selves personally. If you can fix your own corruption, then you're making the country better in your own way. That's what I
Okay,
have to say regarding.
Mr. Martins, there's a
I'm
question I
here.
wanted to ask you. Yesterday, I saw a video of a young lady. She was talking about when it rains in their area in Lagos, that they normally bring canoe to take them out. Like when they want to go to work, they can't really pass.
Ye-
I saw the video
Yes.
truly like it was like a river in people's house.
Mm.
It's almost half of the house is on the high side.
Yes, of
So she was like that they
course.
normally bring canoe to take them out. So like,
Not
what
not
is
not for free.
Lagos?
Not for free.
Yes, they are paying. So that's
They
what
are
I'm asking.
paying.
Like,
Yes, of
I
course.
can understand that Lagos State governor, there was a time he shared food for the poor, money and everything. But as regards the flooding, it look like with every year a repetition of the same flooding issues. You get what has the Lagos State government done as regards flooding to even help Lagos to some extent? Because it's every time once it rains, even next year, they're still going to pass through the same thing. I know that every other area has flooding issues, just like Port Harcourt,
Mm.
Kogi State, but it looks as if Lagos one is different totally. So I said, let me ask you, you're in Lagos. What are they doing so far to better that particular situation?
Okay. The government is actually, I've not really seen what they've done, or what they have been doing have not been so impactful on the resident regards to that flooding situation. You understand? Generally, okay. Let me use my side where I'm living as an example. I live close to within Agor, Okota. There is a canal that runs from International Airport down to Festac, My Two. That canal, when you go there, that canal is filled up with debts, filled up with a lot of nonsense. So now, before now, government's supposed to go there and remove those things that block the waterways, but they are not doing it. So lately, this rain that fell within a week or thereabout, that water even the water entered my apartment as well. You understand? So what they now do, they brought in this floater. Don't know what they call it. Floater. They just came down to the canal, did one or two minor work there, and left. The whole thing was just still some filled up. So what I'm trying to say is that government is not actually doing enough government is not actually doing enough. They need to come up. They need to wake up because Lagos is prone to flooding generally. They've not done enough. Go to some areas, like the pictures and the video you saw online, is real. And people are using, the people are just making money from those situations, you know, where you even supposed to, like transportation sector, for example, where you're supposed to, the other day from Airport Road, International Airport Road to my two, that shouldn't be more than 200 naira or 300 naira. Transporters are collecting 2,500 naira. People were stranded at the bus stop, 2.5, because why everywhere is flooded. So government is not doing really, they're not really doing anything. They're not helping much. So I wish they
So at the
can
end
do
of the
more.
day, because of the flooding, they're also taking advantage of it. That's why I say,
Of
let's be sincere, like,
course.
even we as citizens, we take advantage of everything. I know what I'm saying. I know that yes, things are difficult right now. But when you go to the market, you see these traders, they are just increasing these things on their own. Like as of when
Anyhow,
Toyota company went on a strike in Abuja, and they increased the price in pure water. I think it was like 400 or 500 a bag. And you know all this food, they started selling just one pure water for 15 naira. Just one. And I said to myself, the citizen, we are also the problem of ourselves. You can imagine when people get fuel in the
Okay. Now I can really hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can hear you. Then it's like the network is bad.
Hooray! All is set for the second edition of the Nigerian Week London 2024. Another blend of art and culture, entertainment, business, and networking activities, showcasing the best of the Nigerian music, dance, crafts, fashion, and businesses. Taking place at the Gilles Square / Voltage Jazz Club, Daston, London. Postcode N168AZ. Date 28 July 2024. Tickets are available on eventbrite.com. For partnership and sponsorship, please visit superiorradioandtelevision.com. Email info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or call +440745951361 or +442036328755. Come and experience the nation's culture that resides in the heart and in the soul of its people.
Welcome back, viewers from that quick break. We still the show, the Wake Up Nigeria, and as usual, I have with me, Mr. Emeka all the way from Abia State, that state that they shot our soldiers. I hope you are not running header skater right now. I heard you push out our Nigerian soldiers. Well, then, because somebody called me from Abia State during that period, he said, "Mary, we're actually on a run right now. They shot soldiers, and we are scared. We can't even sleep in our house." I didn't even know you were in Abia, I would have called you as well.
That season was not funny for anybody in Abia State, especially in Aba. In Aba especially, it wasn't funny at all. But we thank God anyway.
But the governor, there was a time I heard the governor, Alex, actually said he was going to pay anybody that can actually fish out the killer. People that killed those soldiers, he was actually going to pay them, I think, 25 million naira. And later he increased it to 30 million. I don't know, if people could not bring one person, you did not bring anybody to show for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you have gone forward to collect the money? How much is 30 million compared to the following? No,
it's not funny. Like, it's really not funny this morning. It's really not funny this period. But thank God, it's actually it's cool of right. That's cool of like no issues anymore.
Yes,
in Abia State.
yes.
So I wanted to ask that's Aba Port Harcourt Road. I was trying to ask that question before, so network will never allow me to stay long in this show because it's really disturbing right now. I don't know if you heard when I was asking you that the Aba Port Harcourt road. I know you know that road is very bad. Like, is that bad that people have to
Yes.
sometimes follow through the Eche road to bust out in Abia State or Aba? Have they been able to fix that road? Because I heard that the road has been fixed. So I said, let me ask somebody that is there that can actually attest to
Yes.
it.
So don't worry. One of these fateful days, I will send snapshots from that side. Though I'm not close to that side, I would like to see it for yourself. Close to the new administration. I am not a Labour Party member. No, I'm not a politician, but if you see what is good, you call it a good thing. Alex Oti has been trying. I mean, since he came into office, he has actually been doing well. Aba Port Harcourt Road. I mean, that road it's a dream come true. It's troubled us for over 20 years, but then he has done well. He has done well, and he has been patching other places for us in the city. I mean, he's trying. He's trying. Compared to previous administrations, Oti, give him thumbs up.
No, no, the thing
I wish
is,
we can have something like this in other parts of the country. Not,
I know that at the end of the day, when we talk about all the government offices, the government parastatals, uh, Aba is one country, or I mean, it's one state, or one place. I would say
no,
is a
Aba
country.
is a country in Abia State,
Is a
not
no,
just
it's
a
a
city.
commercial
Aba is a
state.
country.
The government can even come in to even help Aba markets, like help those traders because they are so creative. I'm so proud of them.
Of course, of course, of course.
They are so creative that if the government can actually help them, if the government can actually help establish them, you see that back can become our next China. You understand? The next China we can look
They
up
are
to. Because when
they
they
are
make those their
already.
drones, Abbas, everything. But most times I felt bad because even the road that leads to that market is not too fine. I can make a my line. The road is not, I don't know for now, but as of then, I felt
No,
like
no,
there
no,
should be
no,
some
you're
level
not.
that
But
I
then
should see this road. You said?
the Aba you know is no longer the Aba you
I need to come to
that
Abade.
is here now.
I need to come and
For real,
see for myself. Because the Aba I
the
used to
gates are
know
wide
was so
open.
discouraging. That road there, it's a matter if you see that road, like it's just so
Ah,
annoying. The only place I
oh,
can compare that Aba road with is a place called Lapa in Niger State. That one, if a pregnant woman pass through that road, I
So,
yeah, but I was telling
so
somebody
that
that
was
I wish they
the
can
thing.
actually help to establish Aba. Eh? That road is something else. But thank God they said the road is good. But there are a lot of creative people in that Aba market. There are a lot of things they do, they produce that I feel like if the government can actually come into it, it will help establish them. You get it will help establish them, honestly. Okay, let's just check
No,
like one or
we are
two people. Let's look into the papers of the day. I'll just go through maybe one and let's see the sport as well. The sport, we'll just cut it to a wrap because I think network is really, really disturbing. Okay, I'll start with the Punch, the Punch newspaper. Let's see what the Punch has. The big story on the Punch says fuel crisis lingers. NNPC seeks fresh $2 billion crude backed loan. And the writer says NNPC it talks for another oil backed loan to boost finances. Gary. Oil firm wants new loan against 30,000 to 35,000 barrels per day of crude production. And you can find a story on page 25 of the Punch newspaper. And also we have a story that says NEF demands grazing reserves as Tinubu plans livestock ministry. And that story, you can find that story on page 13 of the Punch newspaper. Blackout, NEC rolls out top sanction against discos. And you can find that story on page 25 of the Punch newspaper. 19 Nigerian airports not viable. This coming from FAN. And that story is on page 25 of the Punch newspaper. Samoa agreement, reps demand suspension as NBA faults same-sex allegation. And that story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Court orders Ministry of End Master Funds delivered under Jonathan government. And you can find that story on page 10 of the Punch newspaper. Here we have a story that says rescue abducted Kaduna journalists, families, NPN tells federal government. How MFLA awarded CBN contracts to own companies. And this coming from business. and that's on page 24 of the Punch. Nigerian drug baron flees South Africa, arrested in Imo mansion. Okay, these are all the stories you have this morning on the Punch. These are the stories you have this morning on the Punch. There's this story I saw on the Punch. I actually want us to talk about the drug baron that was arrested in Imo State. It's really, really not funny. Let me even put his picture here so we see. That is a Joachim Chikodi Mbolu. And let's see how the vote of this is, because we've been seeing a whole lot of cases of drug baron, and at the end of the day, it seems they settle these people and they get away with it. Because this particular one right now, Organic, are you going to say it's because of Nigerian government that is actually doing this? Or it's just his own personal kind of lifestyle that he wished to live?
I wouldn't say much about this because I don't know anything about it. I'm naive. I'm a novice regarding drugs. But then, if somebody decides to do anything
Just look at
illegal
them, look at them, imagine.
and the person is arrested, I think the person should feel the full weight of the law. Nobody should be pardoned for being a drug dealer. Since he has been captured, my own problem now is let him not just go behind bars and give one or two persons brown envelopes and go back home and keep polluting the street.
Just it.
And the problem, when they settle these people, you will not hear anything about this man.
Nobody will. That's normal
You will
now.
not hear anything.
There was.
And
I've forgotten this popular kidnapping kingpin that was arrested some times ago. I've forgotten his name. I mean, the guy terrorized Nigeria. Yes, I've forgotten that his name. But then nobody has had anything about him again. It is just, I think corruption is what we should focus on, not even arresting these people. Because if you arrest them today, tomorrow you see them on the streets.
Tomorrow, of course.
They will still come
That's
back.
the truth.
That is just
Tomorrow
it,
you see them God bless you. If you arrest them today, tomorrow you see them on the streets. That was that case of that Port Harcourt girls that got missing, the married one and the single one that got missing. Okay. Then, we know when they said that the man that killed them is already dead. You know, a lot of people were doubting. I myself, I was doubting it because when they said they should bring the man down to Abuja, and they said he wanted to run and they shot him in Benue State. I don't know if you heard the story. They wanted to bring him down to Abuja. Oyameka was like, what kind of cooked up story is this? But it was when that Harrison, the social media activist, when he was saying that any day we see that man on this earth, then we should never believe him, that the man is dead. And when I followed up the story, it happened that they carried him from his residence, right? Taking him down to Abuja for our police headquarters, and they said he wanted to run. How comes he wanted to run when he's inside the vehicle? And that was how they shot him. This story is not clear. It's not clear.
That is Nigerian factor for you. Is a Nigerian factor. That man you are talking about now, maybe somewhere in Europe, somewhere abroad, enjoying his life. You understand? After parting with a huge envelope, that is normal. So all these drug baron you see, even the government people, the security, they know them. They know where they are living. Why you see this man now? Why you see this very particular man on TV? Probably because he couldn't afford to settle the bill they give him. That is why. You understand?
But it's really sad.
There are a lot of his kind.
That man that they say is that is into human trafficking, right? They said he was actually doing that even in his residence there in the United States, and that he was into the backings of some politicians. You know, if they are succeeded to bring that man in Abuja for questioning, a lot of things would have actually opened. A lot of secrets would have opened. The story that they made up for killing him in Benue State is what I don't understand. He wanted to run and they shot him. You will not shoot him where he will survive. Like, you cannot shoot him maybe in his legs so that he will be weak. Then you now carry him and come. You shot him to know that he died once. No, I don't know.
That is Nigerian factor now. Everything is corruption. Find out to the same corruption.
If you keep talking about Nigerian problem, we'll not go.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really want to
So we
end the
just
show. But before
may God help us.
let's ease our minds with the sports world. What's happening in the sports? I know that since Finidi resigned, you Nigerian people made Finidi to resign. It's all frustration and bad mouth. Now Finidi resigned. What have they been doing to put in place? Because right now I cannot really point out that this is our stand as regards the World Cup. Like, it's so annoying. Are they bringing a new coach soon? Are they bringing any new coach, or we should just stay back and be waiting for news? I'm talking about Nigerian football. NFF and their whole body, what are they doing?
Corruption there also.
In the NFF, right?
Yes, everywhere. The right man for the right man for the job. They won't bring that right man for the job. Everybody wants to bring in someone that can also pass, you know. So corruption is there. When you talk about this corruption, it's just like a monster. It's everywhere. In the church, everywhere, in the market, in the school, football sector, everywhere. So if can, like we are talking about this now, but there's supposed to be the right man for this particular job. They won't the kingmakers won't allow that person to be. Rather, they have to go and bring in someone that can succumb, someone that can just be loyal to their own side. That is just it. But let's just watch and
That's
see.
true. Even as regards they said they were going to take measures as regards Osimhen's action and everything. And since then, I've not heard anything. And on the Punch Sports Extra right now, I'm seeing a story that says Osimhen starts Napoli preseason, awaits offer. So at the end of the day, they didn't do anything to Osimhen. I was thinking they wanted to do something to him because me, I was even against them. What are you going to do to him? He reacted to whatever this guy did, the former coach. He reacted to it. So what if he wants to punish him or ban him or anything? I was waiting for me to see what the NFF will do. Because like even the NFF, the body is even corrupt. It is. It's even corrupt because it's just as if to me I feel like the NFF is filled with politics. Because at the end of the day, they don't want to bring people that will change the system. Because why is it so difficult for us to get a coach? It's not looking like when it comes to football, Nigeria cannot stand out.
Politics.
But how come our players are doing well outside the country? They are making name for ourselves, for themselves.
That is just
you get uplifting the nations with their good performance. But why can't we put the same measures in our Super Eagles? When they come down here, why are they not doing well? Why are they not playing well? The same Osimhen that cannot play for the Nigerian league has now gone back to play preseason for Napoli. I'm waiting for the offer because it's like all the clubs want to buy him. Both Chelsea, both Arsenal, everybody wants to buy Osimhen, right? So I think at the end of the day, NFL should do better. They should. I got me guys like you don't used to watch, but you're looking at me like this.
I am not a football fan at all. Not that I don't love football, but then I actually prefer business sport to sports.
It is well. It is well. Thank you so much, Oga Emeka, aka Bishop. I'm just seeing that you're Bishop right now. Thank you for being on the show. Thank you so much, Mr. Martins, all the way from Lagos. Thank you for your time on the show. And the Lagos flooding. I hope, and I'm being positive. That Lagos flooding.
We are waiting for it. Everybody have tidied up
their space. It's not funny, oh. You know that flooding gets to some time where it start taking the lives of people. There was even one I saw. There was one video I saw of flooding. I don't know how sad. It's sad, and they were posting like it's funny. The person opened the window and the rain was funny. Like if you see the way the water was dripping inside the kitchen, dirty water inside the kitchen from the window.
Heavy flow.
For it to be that high to window level, then I know that what Lagos people are passing through is unimaginable. For that water to get to the window level and start entering into the kitchen, I weep. I felt so bad because the thing is, anybody living in Lagos is not supposed to even leave his or her window or his or her door open for any reason at this point. Because I'm very sure the person maybe was not around. You guess maybe people around is the people making that video. The person is not around. Before you come back, you will see magic. With the high cost of house rent in Lagos, so let's not even go there. Because it's like it looks like if you're not living in Lagos, you're not in Nigeria. Me, I'm happy, like I'm so proud of my Abuja. I'm not living in Lagos. Like
Okay.
everybody wants to rush down to Lagos. The rent amount there too much. You rent a house with that kind of amount, and you cannot have your peace of mind. No, now. I gotta make the kind of person I am. If I want to live in Lagos, I will stay there during the dry season. Then when it's raining, I'll come back. You get when it's raining, I'll come back.
You
I
get
can't
a
stay there
place
for
that
rainy.
will not be affected by flood.
You said?
You just get a place that will not be affected by flood.
How can you say a
That's
place
why
that
you
if a whole Lekki, I was hearing Lekki is also suffering the same thing. Have you not heard of Lekki? Lekki, the big part of Lagos, they are still suffering the same thing. No, now. So, or you want to tell me to go and live in that place that celebrities are living? Do you know the kind of amount they are paying? Do you know how much they are paying? Do you know what they are paying to stay in that kind of place? It's not funny, honestly. Thank you so much for being on the show. I really appreciate it. Okay, do have a lovely day. You have a lovely day. Bye. Okay, viewers, this would be a good place to wrap up the show on the Wake Up Nigeria. I believe we're able to talk about everything bordering on the people, and we hope and we believe that the government will come to our aid. We are being positive and are going to do the needful to better the situation of the country, because right now it's not funny. As this continues, then it means a lot of negativity will be taking place in the country, and that is not what we want to hear, because we want these citizens to be safe. We are in a country where the citizens are not safe. They need to be safe. They need to be peaceful. And I want to appeal to Nigerians at this point. We should all be watchful. We should all be careful. We should know the places we go to. We should know the kind of movements we make. And because of this high rate of crime, even when you are going to the market, be very watchful, because anyone or people, you cannot really read the minds of people. People can do anything at this point just to survive. Stealing, and that is why you see people losing their phones at any point. Dime minutes, their money and everything. We should all be careful and let's be positive. Like I said, we should always be positive about this country. Let's not give up. Let's not give up on our country. Nigeria definitely is going to be better. And please don't forget to follow us on our social media, Srtv. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about Srtv. Keep following. We have a lot of beautiful things to bring to you, a lot of entertainment to bring to you on Srtv. Please subscribe to our notification. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook as well. We have a lot to bring to you. Share our page, and we really appreciate it. Keep watching Srtv. I remain your girl, Mirabal Eze. See you tomorrow on the Wake Up Nigerian show. Bye.
Hooray! Hooray! All is set for the second edition of the Nigerian Week London 2024. Another blend of art and culture, entertainment, business and networking activities, showcasing the best of the Nigerian music, dance, crafts, fashion and businesses. Taking place at the Gillette Square / Voltage Jazz Club, Dalston, London. Postcode N168AZ. Date 28 July 2024. Tickets are available on eventbrite.com. For partnership and sponsorship, please visit superiorradioandtelevision.com. Email info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or call